Hello, my name is Jonathan Pulido. Thank you for taking the time to look at my game. Rookie of the Year is a light strategic push your luck style game where two players enter a boxing ring and only one comes out. The game will come with two identical decks of moves, one deck of abilities, two reference cards, 30 health point tokens, 20 resolve tokens, and a die with three sides having symbols or hits, and the other sides being blank or misses. During the setup, both players will sit opposite of each other. They will form a pool of resolve tokens, and they will form a pool of health point tokens. Each player grabs a move deck, but they do not shuffle the move deck. Shuffle the ability deck instead, and each player will start with 10 health point tokens and 1 resolve token. Before starting the game, decide what weight class this fight will be. This will decide how many abilities both players will have and how complex you want the matches to be. The more abilities in play, the more options both players will have to down and ultimately knock out the opponent. Lightweight will be 1 to 2 abilities, middleweight being 3 to 4, and heavyweight 5 to 6. The player who last saw a sporting event will pick first. They will draw 3 cards from the ability deck and place them face up in the middle of the table. They'll pick one and place it on their side of the table revealed. Then they'll draw another ability from the deck to take its place. The other player will do the same. Once both players have enough abilities for the weight class, put away the unused ability cards and the game can begin. Abilities are passive unless they have this active bell on top of the left corner. Passive abilities the player does not have to elect to use, but rather they occur when the circumstances are right. Active abilities give the player the option to use them if they meet the right criteria specified in the description. Players go through each round simultaneously. Each round has 3 moves. Both players should finish each move before going on to the next. The first step is to pick your moves. You have to look through your move deck, pick 3 cards, place them in a row face down in any order. The move on your left is your first, and the move on your right is your last. Then we move on to the reveal your moves stage. Starting with your first move, each player reveals simultaneously and follows the instructions. Some moves are faster than others and should be done first. If both players are using the same move, the moves occur simultaneously, but it might be clearer if you have one player go through their move and then the other does the same. Repeat until there are no more unrevealed moves. At the end of all 3 moves, return all the moves to your hand, and at the end of the round, both players gain 1 resolve token. The moves are as follows. There is Analyze, which gives you 2 resolve tokens, Taunt, which reduces your opponent's resolve by half, rounded up, Defend, prevent half of the damage dealt to you, rounded up, and you gain 1 resolve. And both Attack and Attack with Resolve have you roll 3 dice and deal 1 damage to your opponent for each hit. But if you're attacking with Resolve, you lose all the Resolve tokens and gain additional rolls equal to the number of Resolve lost this way. When rolling, 3 hits or 3 fails is called a combo. 3 hits deal an additional 2 damage for a whopping 5 damage, while 3 fails grants a Resolve. Additional hits or fails are not part of the initial combo, but they can become part of an additional combo. When your HP reaches 0, you are down. The opponent finishes any remaining die rolls. You win by knocking your opponent out. If this is your first time going down, you will roll 3 dice. If any are hits, you have recovered and set your HP to 5. Otherwise, you have been knocked out. If this is your second time going down, you roll 2 dice instead. And if any are hits, you have been recovered, but this time, your HP is at 3. Otherwise, you've been knocked out. And if this is your third time going down, unfortunately, you are knocked out. That pretty much wraps up Rookie of the Year. Thanks again for taking a look at my game, and I would appreciate any input. Take care.